Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present them stories brought from our folk tales and lessons in history. We think that these stories contain tremendous amount of moral teachings which our young children and adults can inculcate, implement in their lives and become stronger and better human beings. Today's episode is focused on hard work, perseverance, smart work, a combination of it. In the past episodes, we have addressed all of them through different stories. You'd know that Thomas Jefferson had famously said that I believe in luck, but the harder I work, the luckier I get. There are several such people in the world who have appreciated the value of hard work. What does hard work mean? It's about working in a focused manner on one task for a long period of time, working hard, whether you are a scientist, whether you are an engineer, a doctor, a nurse, or you are more into the physical work like you are sweeping the streets, or you are cooking, you are working in a construction site. It doesn't matter. Either you do for long hours physical work or mental work or the both. So that's hard work. Many people have spoken about, like Thomas Jefferson in this case has said, that the harder I work, the luckier I get. That means he keeps getting good and better results over a period of time if he is working hard. So that's very inspirational for sure. If we look into history, mankind has innovated multiple things, has invented multiple things, right from the wheelbarrow, the wheel, to transport something from one place to the other in an efficient manner. So that was the example of smart work. So can we think that whether hard work is important or smart work is important? Today, let's look into a mythological story from the Ramayana. You all would have heard of the monkey god Hanuman. Yeah, the monkey god Hanuman. So in the Ramayana, once monkey god Hanuman visited Ram and Sita. Ram was not there in the cottage. When Ram was in the exile, they were in the forest. So it was only Sita in the cottage that time. Hanuman said that, "Mother, I am feeling very hungry. Can you give me some food?" Sita was of course ecstatic to see Hanuman. Hanuman was a devotee of Ram and Sita. Whatever food Sita had, she offered that to Hanuman. Hanuman finished it in no time and said that, "Mother, I am feeling very hungry. Can you give me some more food?" Sita said, "No problem, just wait for a moment. Let me get some fruits and vegetables grown in our backyard." So Sita went outside, got some fruits and vegetables, offered that to Hanuman. Again, Hanuman finished it in no time and said that, "Mother, I am feeling hungry." So Sita did a few rounds, and after each round she was feeling more and more tired, but Hanuman's hunger was not getting satiated. Hanuman was someone with immense power and immense strength, and his hunger was also immense. So Sita then sought help from Ram, and Ram guided her that you put a leaf, a Tulsi leaf in the food, and you see what's the impact. Sita couldn't understand how come a small Tulsi leaf is going to satiate Hanuman's hunger. But Hanuman had that Tulsi leaf, and as predicted by Lord Ram, Hanuman's hunger was satiated. So why was it so? Because all of us know that the Tulsi leaf is accompanied when anything is offered to Lord Ram, and Hanuman's god was Lord Ram. And when Hanuman saw that Tulsi leaf, felt that the food that he was taking was Lord Ram's prasad. So the offering which has been already made to Lord Ram, and he felt that that prasad had immense amount of power to satiate his hunger. So a certain kind of a spiritual process takes place. As a result, his physical hunger goes away. So that says the mythological story. But why am I describing this story? Because this story talks about the Tulsi leaf, which changes the entire context. So it was the smart thinking by Lord Ram. So even in our mythological stories, there are examples, there are teachings that you don't have to work hard, you need to work smart as well. So while it was hard work, extra work for Sita to entertain a guest, to feed a guest who suddenly arrives at her home, it was also the need to think smartly how to satiate the hunger of the guest. One story which underlines the importance of working hard as well as working smart. One more story, again from the Ramayana, again Hanuman. Very interesting. When Sita was stolen away by Ravan, Ram and Lakshman were not in the cottage. They had gone out and they came back, didn't find Sita. So Ram was extremely sad and started searching for Sita here and there. In the jungle, they meet a Sugreev. Sugreev was the king of the monkeys along with his army, who was put into exile by his brother. So they become friends because Ram is in exile and Sugreev is also in exile, and Ram has a problem of having lost his wife. Sugreev has a problem that he has lost his kingdom. They become friends, hoping that they will help each other. So Sugreev's army goes out, the monkey army goes out in search of Sita. So when they're searching, they meet a bird called Sampati, and Sampati tells them about this whole episode that Ravan had come and he has taken away Sita in an aeroplane like a vehicle which was flying across the sea. So now Sugreev asked his army that who can cross the sea to go to that land which is beyond the sea and figure out where Sita is. So various monkeys came forward. One said that I can try, but all of them came to the conclusion that they cannot really cross the sea. Amongst that whole army, there was a wise person called Jambavan, who was like a bear, who suggested that there is a special monkey in the army who has special powers. Let's go to him. That was Hanuman. So they told Hanuman, why are you sitting alone? Why don't you come forward and offer your help? Hanuman said, I am not sure what you are looking for and whether I can do it. Then Jambavan reminded him that, hey, you have to try. You have to try. You can do it. I know that you are capable of it. So Hanuman didn't know his potential. Jambavan came and reminded him of his potential. He said, Hanuman, rise and try. So Hanuman rises and suddenly slowly grows into a gigantic figure and starts taking a huge leap, and he takes a flight in the sky, and he crosses the sea, and the rest is a long mythological chain of events. So in this particular story, I found it interesting that Jambavan was smart to be able to remind Hanuman of his potential, of his powers. So if you are a student, if you are trying to crack an exam or do well in an exam, if you are a worker in a factory trying to do well, if you are an officer in the army and trying to do well, doesn't matter what your profession is, what your context is, we need support of smart work, smart advice, smart judgment, and hard work at the same time. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, had very famously said that I am willing to entrust a difficult problem to the lazy people because they can find an interesting way of solving that problem. If that is true, then it's the smart work which is getting appreciated, underlined again and again in these stories. And at the same time, while one has to work smartly, one needs the smart coach, one also needs to work hard. So they go both side by side, same time. If I'm trying to score well in an exam or do a job well, I need to plan for it. I need to know what the expectations are, what kind of challenges I am likely to solve, and do I know how to solve these challenges? Can I practice them? If I am a musician going to perform, then I need certain hours of training, certain hours of practice, and I need the coaching of some smart advice. So that's this whole story all about. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this. I hope that these stories are inspirational for our young children and young adults. Do spread this wisdom and knowledge from our mythology and from lessons in history. Thank you very much.